I'm sure this most of the speakers by now they have shared this many times. So you might have heard this data since yesterday or day before yesterday quite a few times. So every 1 person in 6 has no means for pure water. Around 67% Indian households drink water that could be contaminated. Millions of people die from diarrhea every day, and around 90% diseases, stomach related diseases, are happening because of contaminated water. And you will be shocked to know that around the annual budget or annual liability for the Indian government because of diarrhea is around 60,000 crores. So it is all originating from the contaminated water. So drinking water plays a extremely important role in our lives. It can reduce the morbidity by up to 40%. So this was our why, and most of us know this. Those who are working in the water, all of them know this. But the thing which I am going to discuss today, I'm not emphasizing on the issues or the facts and figures I just presented. I'm going to discuss some of the practical challenges. If we want to be a successful entrepreneur, or if we want to be a scientist who can penetrate his or her innovations into the Indian market, then what are the practical challenges? Because the biggest market or people who are suffering with all the data which I just presented, they are not from like the developed cities or so-called tier 1, tier 2 cities or areas. All these people are unfortunately from the remote areas, from the areas where there is no source of water, or there is no scheme working for them, or even for the people which we define as urban poor or the slums. So these are the people who are actually suffering because of the contaminated water. So the biggest practical challenge is reaching to the bottom of the pyramid. So this biggest or the highest population which is facing this problem is the bottom strata as far as the financial strata are concerned. It is the bottom of the pyramid who is suffering from this issue. So reaching to them is the practical issue, the biggest challenge, because this BOP or bottom of the pyramid strata, their limitations are also as far as the buying power is concerned. So you need to have a technological interventions which are affordable, not only affordable, but you need to have a sustainable technology or product. You cannot just come up with a purifier which requires very, relatively speaking, a lot of electricity, and which has to be sustainable also. It has to have a good life. Like we cannot give them a purifier for which you need to change the membrane cartridge just in say 6 months or 7 months time. It has to be a sustainable, like it should at least run say 1.5 years, 2 years, maybe 3 years, as much as possible. And wastage of water is a huge concern in the remote areas, because first of all, there is no water at all. So if we are giving them a technology which is also wasting a water, like they are getting 1 liter drinking water, but at the same time the technology is throwing 2 liters of the water as a waste, so that doesn't go for the areas wherein there is already lack of water. then even if you come up with the product which is like a very good suitable product and all, but the fourth issue is the logistics. You might have a good product, but it has to fit into the sustainable logistics so that you can carry those products, or your sales teams can carry those products to the remotest villages as easily as possible. And the last and very important point is, even though we are talking about very affordable purifiers, maybe in the range of say 1200 to 3000 rupees, but still it is a very relatively big amount for the BOP people or people in the remote areas. So there has to be some business model for them which can make their buying power stronger, and they can buy such, though for us it seems like a very cheap filter, like one of the Tata Swatch, the lowest model is 1200 rupees, but that even is a challenge for the poor people to buy. So there lot of these the self-finance microfinance institutes can come into the picture, and they fund these small items like purifier and all other kitchenwares. And it can be as simple as that they have to pay, the buyer or the beneficiary has to pay only say 50 rupees per month for a couple of years, and they can afford the purifier. So other than whatever practical numbers I discussed on the previous slide, so these are the very important practical challenges if you want to overcome the issues, and if you want to commercialize your technology or product, especially in India or any developing country. So as this slide says, Indian rational. So I'm really inspired and intrigued by the concept of hand pump in India. And if you study properly, study well the history of community projects in India, you will come to know that hand pump is one of the rarest, or it is one of the few projects as far as water is concerned which has been hugely successful in India. What is the reason? The reason is it is very easy to operate. You don't need power or electricity to run it. There is no wastage of water. And you don't need any technical expertise to even run it. As you see in the picture, the small kid is pumping it. And life is not an issue as long as there is water subsoil or in the bore well, it will keep working. Even there are a lot of videos, doing rounds on the WhatsApp or YouTube, wherein you can see a cow which is paddling hand pump and drinking water coming out of the tap. So the message from this simple picture or hand pump comes, if you want to be a successful player in water as far as the major community or BOP, serving BOP in India is concerned. So if your technology or product is effortless, it can be successful for sure. It has to be really simple. It has to be really effortless, very easy to use. So I draw this rationale, we drew this encouragement from this pump, hand pump. And what we came up with as a company, Techno Orbital Advanced Materials Private Limited, So we invented a specialty polymer, which we call it as the brand name is Polynorbit. So we wanted to come up with a polymer which can give us a membrane which should be able to work under gravity without electricity, which is affordable, which is low maintenance, which gives very high fluxes, long life, which is anti-fouling. That means it doesn't block frequently, or even if it blocks, you can simply wash it with water. So we invented this polymer called Polynorbit. So this all is done in Kanpur. Our factory is close to PSIT only in Rania industrial area. So once we developed this polymer, of course, we did not know how to make membranes out of it. So we associated with one of the CSIR labs in Pune, which is National Chemical Laboratory. I hope all of you know CSIR NCL. It is the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research Lab. It is a central government lab in Pune. So with them we worked, we gave them our polymer and they helped us developing these hollow fiber membranes. And we finally could commercialize this thing in 2015-16. So we started producing our own hollow fiber membranes using our own polymer. So as I said initially, the advantages are affordable, low maintenance, higher fluxes, very long life, anti-fouling properties. And our polymer is such that if we want to put some functionality to the polymer, we can do that in order to improve the rejection performance, or if we want to say modify our polymer so that it can also remove the heavy metals from the water, so we can do that also. So based on this, as I said, we started manufacturing the hollow fiber ultrafiltration membrane. So to the left, you can see the cross section of hollow fiber. So those who don't know what is an hollow fiber membranes these are very tiny pipes of say having outer diameter of say around 1 millimeter and the inner diameter of around 0.4, 0.6 millimeter. And the wall thickness, what you see, you can see some porosities. And the way we manufacture our hollow fiber is a 2-layer configuration. So on the inner side and the outer side, it has a layer with very fine porosities of say around 5 to 10 nanometers, and in between it is up to 100 nanometers. So between the outer and inner layer, what we have in between, these are so-called reservoir porosities. And water can go from any of these sides, like it can go from the inside to out or from outside to in, as seen in this right-hand top corner picture. So the porosity size, the average porosity size we are talking about is 20 nanometers. So we can reject all the viruses, like all the impurities in the water, like viruses, bacteria, cyst, protozoa, all the pathogenic load we can reject by using our membrane. And our, as I said, innovation is, though it is having a porosity of 20 nanometers, but it still works under gravity. So that is the modification which we have done with the polymer, so that it has become so highly hydrophilic. So it works also under the action of capillary and doesn't need very high pressure to work. So typically our drinking water hollow fiber membranes, we are talking about, as I said, porosity, average porosity of around 20 nanometers, fluxes in the range of 200 to 300 liters per hour per meter square. and it is a highly anti-fouling membrane, so it gives a very long life. So this is basically the technology. So using this, then we started collaborating with companies like Tata. So fortunately, Tata was already there into the household drinking water sector. In around 2005-6, Mr. Ratan Tata has launched the household water purifier called Tata Swachh. But the first version was based on the activated carbon. Activated carbon made from the rice husk. And so they launched this household purifier based on that. But there were a lot of problems as far as the activated carbon is concerned. So they were limited on claiming the viruses. The life they were claiming was up to 6 months. And of course, if the water is highly turbid, then there were performance issues. So they wanted to upgrade their technology, the Tata Swachh product or Tata Swachh technology, with the new technology, which can give them high life, through which they can claim viruses, bacteria, cysts, protozoa. And we have also modified our polymer in such a way that it can also remove iron from the water, both dissolved and undissolved. So then, of course, we started working with Tata, and they tested many of our units for a couple of years first throughout India, different critical places in India. And in 2016-17, we launched our first household water purifier called Tata Swachh Desire Plus. So the old Tata Swachh used to claim a life of 6 months, the bulb life. Now here, the minimum life we claim is 1.5 years. The purifier, or the life in terms of liters of water it can filter, is around 6,000 liters. So this product is already in the market. And then we started seeing the results of this product, though we are claiming 1.5 years life, but it's been around 3 years now. Around 90-95% of the units are still going. It is so high life. So once this was launched, then Tata was very happy with the performance. So then they started shifting their other Tata Swachh purifiers by replacing the old carbon technology with our own membrane technology. So the previous one which I showed was Tata Swachh Desire Plus. This is the smallest one. What you see on the screen is a Tata Swachh Smart. Then there is a Tata Swachh Crystella Advance. I think there is one more called Tata Swachh Stilo, which is into the steel, made out of a steel cabinet. So that is, I think, not included in this presentation. So around 4 different variants we have launched now through Tata. So these are all Tata products. So similarly, we also launched our one very simple product called TechGel Ultra, which is a inline purifier. So you can simply attach it to the tap, and it can start giving you the drinking water. So this is our own brand called TechGel. So this is already into the market. Now we are looking for a big company like Tata only to take it to the next level. Then we have something called again Tata TechGel Gravity for disaster management. Like when a couple of years back there was a severe flood in Kerala. So that time this unit had saved many lives, lakhs of lives in Kerala. And After that, we were also awarded with by the World Disaster Management Committee as the most suitable product for the disaster applications. So similarly, based on the same membranes, we have launched community purifiers. So varying from 200 liters per hour capacity to 2000 liters per hour capacity. So these are our TechGel community purifiers. So these are again very simple. All our purifiers work under gravity. There is no need of electricity. So as you see on the screen, the raw water is coming from the overhead tank and it goes into the purifier. Purifier has a pre-filter, sediment pre-filter, then it has a carbon pre-filter, and then water goes into our membrane and you get a pathogen-free, turbidity-free, iron-free water. So as mentioned on the screen, there are different variants. So here it is mentioned 500, 1000 and 2000 liters per hour units, but we also have now recently started 100 liter per hour and 200 liter per hour units. So you can see a collage of pictures showing our TechGel community installed in different villages, different parts of India. These are like very remote villages. Some of the villages are like we had to carry the purifier on the bullock cart. So altogether now, as far as the community units are concerned, we are serving around 700 communities. So this includes most of the villages in 700. Then there are schools, colleges, some temples, hospitals. Through Tata, we are serving around 3 lakh, more than 3 lakh families. So altogether in India right now, through our different products, we are serving around 3 million people per day. Around 30 lakh people are drinking water out of our purifier in India per day. But this is, as you know, and of course I know, this is very small number. So we want to be into like maybe 100 millions per day in next maybe 4 or 5 years. Then only we can say that we are serving a society by using our innovative product or purifier. So the differentiator, as far as if you compare this with the existing purifiers, and as I have been telling this during the course of this presentation also, so it does not require any electricity or any source of energy. Though the membrane porosity is in the range of nanofiltration, 10 to 20 nanofiltration size, but it still works under gravity. It removes smallest viruses from the water apart from bacteria and cysts. And of course, it retains all the minerals in the water. But at the same time, it removes iron without any chemical treatment. So it removes both the dissolved and undissolved iron. The cost per liter, depending on the size of the filter or the capacity of the treatment. So we are talking about 3 to 10 paisa per liter. So this is based on the capital cost, like price of the filter. As far as the operation is concerned, that would be around 1 to 2 paisa only. And of course, this is a basic purifier to remove all the pathogenic loads in the simplest way possible, turbidity and iron. So we do not claim a removal or reduction of TDS, the total dissolved salts, we do not claim. So that will be same. That's why I said It does not remove minerals. So it maintains all the essential minerals also in the water, like calcium, magnesium. So that was our basic innovation, or the products which are based on our innovation and how much impact it has done so far. So at the same time, through our innovation, we can think of, can we generate employment through the innovative products? I'm sorry for the spelling mistake on the slide. It should be employment generation. So I'm just presenting here a concept called TechJal Paniwala. So it has a e-rickshaw, and this SS tank, 400-liter SS tank is installed on the e-rickshaw itself, and it has our membrane unit and the pump which runs through the e-rickshaw battery only. So what the person who can run this, or this Paniwala, can collect water from the known natural resource, like maybe a village, a lake in the village, or river in the village, or maybe a well in the village. So he can go there and pump the water or suck the water from the source and get it filtered on the spot and fill that into this 400-liter tank. And he can go to the community or village and sell that water, say at 50 paisa per liter. So there are some of the commercials for that. So this is just for your understanding that how impactful it can be, or what is the business model for such employment generation. So this complete setup of Paniwala can cost around 5 lakhs, and there is a perfect scheme by central government called Mudra loan. So with the down payment of 70,000, so the person can get a loan and own this concept. And I have given the rest of the details. So the monthly repayment loan EMI will be around 3,000 to 4,000 rupees. And he can serve around 50 households per day. And he can earn a decent amount of living. So this is, if someone is interested, I have a detailed financial project for this also, so we can share that. So this is the additional employment generation. I mean, whatever employment generation we have done already by starting the company, commercializing the technology, or through TechJal, Tata Swatch, that is of course there, but this is something through which we can empower the people, or mostly women in the remote areas. Even this Paniwala rickshaw can be driven by women also. So this can be a very good women empowerment tool. So similarly, this is just for the information. So we have, based on the same membrane, of course, we have changed the polymer grade so that it gives the stronger membranes. But these are the membranes which we have launched for the industrial usage, like sewage treatment, wastewater treatment, or even the large scale drinking water plants. So one which you see on your slide. So this is like 4 skids like this, and this will be generating around 50 lakhs liters per day. So it can work for such big scales also. So we have been recognized by many people or many institutes. Like we have got the Technology of the Year by CSIR NCL Foundation. Then we were recognized by the Vasrag, which is a Rotary Club program. This is an international Rotary Club program. We were awarded by the FICCI as a Water Mission Award in 2017. We were invited by the United Nations in one of their science sustainability technology international forum. So we were awarded by them as one of the most sustainable and effortless product in the world as far as the drinking water is purification is concerned. We were awarded by the CII as a green technology with the Green Technology Award. As I told during the talk that we were also awarded by the World Congress on Disaster Management. So last year our efforts were recognized by the Honorable President of India. So our team was invited to the Rashtrapati Bhavan. So the conclusions are, of course, the problems in India are huge. And if you are interested, if you have a suitable technology, if you are confident, then it's a good news that because there is a huge business potential for the same. But as I stressed earlier, it has to be really an effortless and affordable solution. And whatever practical challenges I said, these all challenges are manageable. So that is my team in Kanpur, which is effortlessly or working round the clock to make these products, come to the market. Thank you so much. That's all I had to share. Thank you so much, all. Thank you, Anurag, for inviting me. If you have any questions, I can take them.
So thank you very much, Sunil ji. Thank you very much. We are having some questions from the participants.
Yeah.
The question is, I suppose, first question is how we can utilize these technique at the household level at low cost. The first question is this.
Yeah, it is. The household one is already there with Tata, right?
Okay.
Yeah, yes. It is already with Tata, and that is very affordable. Like Tata has 3-4 different variants of purifiers starting from 1200 rupees to 3000 rupees.
Yes.
And the minimum life is 1.5 years. So it is already affordable. So the household one is, our product is with Tata. So it's a joint product between us and Tata. Yeah, seems like I lost you for a few seconds.
Yes. So, next question is regarding the membrane or the activated adsorption material. Which one is better?
It all depends on the application and end user. If it is an activated adsorbent material, if you think in the remote areas, in villages, people can regenerate that media. So lot of people have tried that, but nobody is going to regenerate the media, right?
Okay.
So as I said, the important point here is to provide an effortless solution, which is like use and throw. Maybe after 2 years, you just throw the membrane. But in villages, nobody knows how to regenerate the media. Even if you tell them that, okay, this is NaOH, this is SCl, or how much isme kitna dalna hai, kaise regenerate karna, they will do it once, but then they will give up. So that practically it is impossible. So it all depends, like, which sector you are catering to. So since I am a membrane man, I always prefer membrane. So I am a little bit partial there.
Partial, naturally.
Yeah.
And so last question that is being asked from the participant. This entrepreneurship support, how one can start his work, like this Pani Rickshaw, whatever you are showing.
Yeah.
How
so I have my partners who are working on this continuously. So we have a complete project ready for this, and we have also tied up with banks. So whoever is interested can contact me directly. So I will put him in touch or her in touch with the right people so that they can take it forward.
Okay. So
Yeah.
one thing I will do, I will share your email to the participants.
Yeah,
Whoever is willing to start his this
yeah, yeah.
career
You
in
can
that.
share my number also, no
Yes,
problem. So,
yes, yes. So I would request you please stop your sharing so that I can present you something.
oh, okay, okay, sorry. Oh, it is.
Because it's a virtual mode.
Okay,
So
no problem. I'll just
it's a kind of
let me.
token of gratitude from us you have to accept.
Yeah, sure, sure.
So now I'm going to present it. And
Thank you.
let's see. Yes, it is coming. Just a few minutes.
Yeah, no problem.
This is a kind of a token of gratitude from it is from us. Please
Thank you
accept.
so much. Oh, thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
I'll send you through the email also.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you so much, Anurag.
So thank you, Sunilji, for your nice presentation, and we are extremely very thankful you have spared your time from your busy schedule, and
Thank
hopefully in future we will conduct physically this
Yeah, yeah,
activity.
sure,
I will
sure.
invite you personally.
Yeah, yeah, no problem.
So thank you for your time. Thank you very much for all.
Thank you so much. Best of luck to all the participants.
Thank
Yeah,
you, thank you, thank you.
yeah. Bye.